Welcome back, everybody, to the Washington Nationals MLB 26 franchise. We have reached the World Series for the 2029 season. We have our rematch against the Boston Red Sox, who beat us last year in 7 games. I said at the beginning of the playoffs we had unfinished business, and this is hopefully the finishing part of the business. We get a chance to exact some revenge on those Red Sox. This is going to be another great matchup. See our records: runs per game, ERA, WHIP, average, OPS. We are a much better hitting team this year in the playoffs, and we're pitching better than they are. So hopefully we can control their bats. Boston wants the crown. You already got the crown. It's our turn for the crown. I don't want to hear it. And we have a great pitching matchup in this game. Garrett Crochet against Shane McClanahan. Hopefully we can out-pitch them, out-hit them, and get the dub here in Game 1. It's the World Series. MLB The Show 26. And like I said, on the mound for them, Garrett Crochet. See his numbers in the postseason. He got injured in one of the rounds and had to be taken off the roster for the rest of that series, but he's back. He's healthy now, and he gave us trouble last year in the World Series, so hopefully we can give him trouble back this year. We have some right-hand bats in the lineup that hopefully help us against all these lefties. And the first pitch of the World Series is high for a ball. Tom McVay finished the NLCS on a hot streak. Need him to keep that going forward into this series. 1-2 count on him and the pitch. And swing and miss, and he strikes out on that sweeper, diving down and away. And that's the first out here in Game 1. Here's our lineup. We have Dunbar at DH, Caballero at second base. Everybody else exactly the same. Hopefully these right-hand bats in Buxton, Okamoto, and Langford, Willits, Caballero, Ford, all those guys can make a difference this year. Here's Buxton's numbers on the full postseason. 3-1 count on him, and the pitch is a ground ball to short. Grabbed there by Rafaela, throw to first, and there's 2 down. You can see Rafaela at short against lefties, Seager at short against righties. James Wood's going to step in. He had a great finish to that NLCS. Bat is getting hot at the right time. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and swing and a miss on 97, heat up in his eyes. And Garrett Crochet has an easy 1-2-3 inning here in top of the first in Game 1. And on the mound for us, Sugar Shane McClanahan. See his absolute dominating postseason. Still hasn't allowed a walk. ERA below 1, WHIP below 1. And, I love pitching with him. Leading off will be Young-Hoo Lee. First pitch of the game for McClanahan is a strike there at the knees. There we go. Good start already. Lee's going to play some DH in right field. Here's the 0-1 pitch from McClanahan. There's a high fly ball in the left field towards the corner. Langford racing over, and he plays it off the wall. Slow, high bounce. Throw comes in, and Lee's going to get Boston off to a quick start with a double off the Green Monster. That'll bring in Roman Anthony, the hottest batter in all of baseball in the postseason. So he's hitting .421. 3-2 pitch to him, and swing and a miss, and he strikes out on the circle change. Get that big bat out right away. There we go. First strikeout. Here's their lineup. Like I said, Lee's going to play right field and DH. Seager's going to play shortstop and DH. And this lineup's going to get jumbled all around. And we have lefties and righties on the mound. Lots of power throughout. That'll bring in William Contreras, the catcher. Did not have a good postseason last year. Seems to have a average one going here. Here's the 3-2 pitch to him. And a swing and a miss. And he strikes out on the circle change. Flanahan's second strikeout in a row. He's throwing a lot of pitches in this inning. In steps Cedar Rafaela, playing shortstop today. It's really weird. He's going to bat cleanup against lefties and ninth against righties. Here's the 0-2 pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. This was a 23-pitch inning for McClanahan. And Rafaela fouled off 5 two-strike pitches. I'm going to pick it up here in the top of the second. Okamoto had such a great first 2 rounds. Really need his bat to show up in this World Series. Here's the pitch from Crochet. There's a little jam shot floater into center field. And that's going to be caught. And that'll be the first out there. That's Bellinger playing center field against lefties. That'll bring in Dunbar, the rookie. So he's got 2 home runs. Sat him after the first 4 games of the Mets series. Got back in against Miami late. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And swing and miss. Ball gets away from the catcher. Throw down to first. There's 2 outs here in the top of the second. We haven't been able to figure out Crochet today. That'll bring in Langford, one of the other important right-handed bats. Didn't bat the first 4 games against the Mets, and he's gone nuts ever since. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Crochet. There's a ground ball up the middle, grabbed by Chisholm, jump throw, and he gets him. So Crochet gets us out. First 6 batters all in a row. See the replay of the jump throw. And now we go to the bottom of the second inning, still scoreless. And leading off here in the bottom of the second, it's going to be Jazz Chisholm. Just made that play. First pitch from McClanahan is a pop foul over on the left side. Ford racing over, and he's going to have that for the first out. So McClanahan throws 23 pitches in the inning, and Chisholm swings at the first pitch and gives him a quick out. That'll bring in Cody Bellinger, playing center field and first base for them this year. He's down 0-2. Here's a pitch from Shane. And his ground ball to short, grabbed by Willits. Throw to first. There we go. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Gotta love that after that long first inning. That'll bring in Caleb Durbin. Hasn't done much in the postseason. Did have a home run in Game 6 against us last year. Here's the 1-2 pitch from McClanahan, and takes strike 3 on the inside corner. So after a 23-pitch first inning, he only needs 9 pitches to get through this inning. Hopefully Shane continues on a roll here as we head to the third inning. And leading off will be Eli Willits. See his postseason numbers there. Nice to have him in the lineup. Give us a switch hitter. Kind of offset these lefties a little. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Crochet. There's a pop-up on the infield. A little jam shot there on that 4-seamer. And Jazz is going to settle under it and have it. And that's the first out. 7 up, 7 down so far for Crochet. That'll bring in Harry Ford. Having a night and day difference postseason from last year to this year. He's ahead in count 2-1. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive to right field, and it's going to be taken and caught by Lee. Didn't sink enough. That's going to be the second out. Ford thought that was going to drop in front of him, and that'll bring in Caballero. He really got hot against the Marlins as well. 2-2 count on him. There's a pitch from Crochet, and takes strike 3 on the inside corner. Must have been looking somewhere else. That's 9 up, 9 down for Crochet as we're scoreless heading into the bottom of the third inning. And first man up for the Red Sox, Corey Seager. Not used to seeing him hit 8th. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a high fly ball into right center field. Wood chasing it, and Buxton coming in late, and it's gone. Yeah, that was a case of me getting stuck on Buxton. I was trying to get Wood over there, and I don't like the changes they made on defense this year. I can't see the center fielder when it's targeting him, but either way, Seager parked that into the bullpen. Red Sox have a 1-0 lead here in Game 1. See the replay. Drone camera, it's not the best camera to see this. A high towering shot in the right center field. And you can see me late, got to Buxton late and couldn't get the jump. Didn't matter, it's going to be over his head either way. Now to bring in Tristan Casas. Really strange left-handed batter playing against left-handed pitching, but here he is playing first base, batting 9th. 1-2 pitch from McClanahan. Is swung on and missed. Strike 3 on the curveball, so we get the first out here in the third inning. Strikeout number 5 from McClanahan. Now take us back to the top with Young-Hoo Lee. Doubled to start the first for the Red Sox, and here's a shot in the right center field, and Buxton will take that for the second out. Nice running catch. Now to bring in Roman Anthony. First pitch to him is a ground ball to second base. Caballero's got it. Throw to first, and there we go. So we give up the solo shot to Seager to start the inning. Get him out 1-2-3 after that. Nationals down 1-0 though. We head into the top of the fourth inning. And Tom McVeigh will step in as a leadoff man here in the fourth. Struck out his first time. 2-2 count. The pitch. There's a little high fly ball into right field. Lee racing back to the track, and it is gone. Tom McVeigh stays hot. He's homered in 4 straight postseason games now as he puts it into the bullpen and ties this game up quickly. And his power is in the 40s, so I don't know where it's coming from. But he is hitting the ball really well, seeing the ball really well. Doesn't matter if it's lefties or righties. Turns on that pitch. And that's a long way out there to right field. See the distance to this home run. 393, and it just barely got over the wall. That'll bring in Buxton. As I said before, these right-handed batters really need to do damage against all these lefties. They have 4 lefties in their rotation. He works the count full. Here's the pitch. And, oh, just clipped. Thought that was ball 4, but it clips the zone, the new ABS strike zone, and that's strikeout number 5 for Crochet. First out here in the inning, and see just clips the edge. Now to bring in James Wood. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Wood's actually hitting better against lefties right now than he is against righties. 1-2 count, and the pitch. And swings at a pitch way in off the plate and strikes out for the second out. Strikeout number 6. And that'll bring in Okamoto with nobody on and 2 out. First pitch. It's a high fly ball in the left center field. Anthony racing back to the track, up against the wall, and he's got it in front of the scoreboard for the third out. But Tom McVay, one swing of the bat, ties this game up at 1. As I said, homers in 4 straight games now. And we're going to jump ahead to the top of the 6th inning. I got 3 games we got to put into this episode, so we're going to cut out a lot of dead innings. And Harry Ford is going to link things off here in the top of the 6th. Still tied at 1. 2-2 pitch from Crochet is a line shot into right center field, and that's going to get down and hop over the wall for a ground rule double. We're going to get our leadoff man on. Here's the replay. Drives the outside pitch the opposite way, and with that short wall, he only gets 2. Not sure if he would have had a chance to go 3 or not, but it doesn't matter. Now we have a man in scoring position to start the inning. Jose Caballero is going to step in, works the count full. 3-2 pitch from Crochet is ripped to third base, grabbed by Durbin, throws to first, and there's the first out as the runner has to hold that whole at bat. I was trying to hit the ball to the right side. Kind of got to go with what you get on a 3-2 count, and that's going to be it for Crochet. They're going to take him out. He's only thrown 80 pitches. That last pitch was his 80th pitch, and he's out of here. Glad to get him out of here. Go to the pen and racing in. It's going to be right-hander Justin Slayton. See his postseason numbers, very, very good. Red Sox only have 1 lefty in their pen, and that's Josh Hader. So we can get to the bullpen. We can do some damage. Tom McVay steps in. That solo shot his last time up. Tied the game. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and he swings over a curveball and strikes out for the second out. Nasty pitch there by Slayton. See this replay. Looks like it's right down the middle and just dives down and in, swings over it. That'll bring in Buxton now. He's over 2 with a strikeout. See if he can get this huge 2-out RBI single or more. Full count on him. Long look. Here's the pitch. And low for ball 4. All right, I'll take that. So we got 2 men on now, 2 out. Good speed on the base paths. James Wood stepping in. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but now he gets a right-handed pitcher. Not nearly as dominating as Crochet is. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Grabbed there by Rafaela. Throw to first, and they pitch around the double and the walk. So we don't get a run in. Missed opportunity. And this game's tied as we head to the bottom of the 6th. And leading off for the Red Sox here in the 6th, Young-Hoo Lee, 1 for 2 with a double. Stranded him after he led off the game with a double. 0-2 count. Here's a pitch from Shane. And strike 3, a slider right at the knees, outer half of the plate, and he was looking for something else. That's 8 strikeouts now for McClanahan. That'll bring in Anthony. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout as well. He was red hot coming into this series. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Shane. There's a high fly ball, left field corner, racing over is Langford, and he's going to have to play it off the wall. Throw comes back in, and now the Sox have go-ahead run sitting out there at second base with 1 out. Second double to that same spot. That'll bring in Contreras. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Heading to count 3-0, though. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball to center field. Buxton will easily have that. Anthony tags. Here's the throw. He holds at second. Did us a favor swinging 3-0. Thank you, Contreras. That'll bring in Rafaela now. Man on second and 2 out. He's walked. Struck out. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and there's a fly ball in a medium center field. Buxton's going to have it, and there we go. Pitch around the double, keep this game tied at 1 as we head to the 7th inning. And we're skipping all the way ahead to the top of the 9th. Nothing going. Great pitchers matchup. And Josh Hader's going to come in out of the pen for the Red Sox. Told you he's their only lefty that they have in the bullpen. See his numbers on the season. He's going to try and keep this game scoreless so the Sox can walk it off. And Byron Buxton, over 2 of the walks, going to lead things off for us. Try and get on base, steal a base, maybe hit a homer. 2-2 count. Here's a pitch from Hader, and a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. He gets blown away by that 2-seamer. That's the first out here in the 9th inning. That'll bring in James Wood. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Both strikeouts against lefty Crochet. 2-2 count on him. Here's a pitch from Hader, and a swing and a miss, and he strikes out on a high 2-seamer. So Hader coming in, throwing gas, strikes out 2 of our better hitters to start the 9th. See this replay, that long stride, and he just throws it right by him at the waist. That'll bring in Okamoto now. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Down on a count 0-2. Got to protect. Here's a pitch. And a swing and a miss, and he gets him on the slider. So Hader comes in, strikes out the 2, 3, and 4 hitter in the 9th inning. Keep this game at 1 as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Contreras, Rafaela, Chisholm coming up. Coming in out of the pen for us is going to be Pete Fairbanks. See his excellent postseason so far. He's going to be tasked with keeping this game tied at 1 as well. Saving Garrett Whitlock in case we get a lead late. That'll bring in Contreras as the leadoff man. He's behind 1 and 2. And the pitch and swing and a miss. And he strikes out on that slider, diving down and away out of the zone. Great start here to the bottom of the 9th. See the replay. Fairbanks just snaps that off, diving down and away. Nasty pitch. That'll bring in Rafaela. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, stolen base. Got to keep him off the bases. Count works full. Here's the pitch. And, just missed. That's ball 4, so he does get on base. He is a stolen base threat. And tried to get him down and away. That'll bring in Jazz now. First pitch, there he goes. Pitches a strike, throw down, and he's in safe. So that's the guy you don't want to walk. Now they have a potential winning run at second base with only 1 out. And we're just going to walk Jazz at this point. Give us a chance for a double play to get out of this inning. Much slower runner in Bellinger stepping into bat now. 1-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Willett's to second for 1. Relay to first, and there we go. That's why you do the intentional walk. Room service, 6-4-3, double play. Bails us out of the jam. Keeps this game tied as we head into extra innings. And we're hopping ahead to the top of the 11th. Nothing happened in the 10th. So Harry Ford, who's 1 for 3 of the doubles, going to lead things off, facing Andres Munoz. This Red Sox bullpen is deep with right-handed arms. 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4, so there we go. Leadoff walk at the bottom of the order. Give us a chance to take this lead. That'll bring in Caballero. He's hitless on the night with a strikeout. 1 on, nobody out. He's squaring around for the sacrifice. And he gets the bunt down past the to the pitcher. He's going to quickly throw to first. Thought that was going to get by him. The sacrifice does work, so now we have the potential go-ahead run, winning run out at second base with 1 out as we head back to the top of the order. And Tom McVeigh, 1 for 4 with a home run. See if he can just find a gap somewhere. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball in the right field. Lee racing back a few steps. He's going to have it. Here's a catch. Ford tags, heads to third base. So now we have a man on third base with 2 outs. Single, wild pitch, and error. Those could all score runs. And Buxton's going to step in 0 for 3 with a walk. Desperately need a clutch 2-out hit here. He's behind 1 and 2. And he swings and misses and strikes out on the slider. So we don't get the runner in. Fail to score. So head to the bottom of the inning. Still tied 1-1. And coming in out of the pen is going to be Justin Sterner. Had his troubles in the postseason, but got a lot of left-handed bats coming up, and he's got the best hits per 9 against left-handed batters of the remaining pitchers in our pen. First man up, Young-Hoo Lee, 1 for 4 with a double, and first pitch swinging, ground ball to McVay. He's going to race to the bag, and there we go. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 11th. Now bring in the dangerous Roman Anthony. He's 1 for 4 with a double, so he's already had 6 home runs in the postseason. He's ahead in the count, 3-1. Here's the pitch. It's a high fly ball into right center field, racing over his wood, and he'll have that. There you go. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 11th. That'll bring in Contreras now with nobody on. First pitch to him is a high fly ball in the left center field. Langford racing over to play the carom off the green monster. Bro comes back in, and he's in safely with a 2-out double. At least we kept it in the ballpark. So now the Sox are going to need a 2-out hit by Rafaela to win the game. So he's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Stolen 2 bases. 1-2 count. Here's a pitch from Sterner, and swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. So we pitch around the 2-out double. Keep this game tied at 1 apiece here in the 11th inning. Sterner doing some work there. Way to bounce back, buddy. Now let's go get some runs. One last look at that strikeout. Going to pick this up here in the top of the 13th inning with Eli Willits leading things off. Still 1-1 tie, obviously. Both teams' offenses are struggling to get any kind of hits. Here's a ground ball up the middle, grabbed by Rafaela, throws, and he just gets him. What a play there. Goes to his left, way behind second base bag, throws off balance. Here's the replay. Goes to his left, behind the bag, throws off balance, makes a strong, accurate throw, and just gets him. And I'm bringing in Harry Ford now. 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. Trying to get some magic going here in the 13th. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Here's a line drive into right field, right at Lee. And that'll be the 2nd out. And they're going back to the pen now. A lot of pitches thrown by their relievers. So they're going to get somebody fresh out of the bullpen. Grant Taylor on the mound for them. He's in his 2nd inning of work. And they're going to bring in Dennis Santana, who hasn't allowed a single run in the postseason in 6 appearances. Try and close this inning out. He's going to face Jose Caballero, 0 for 3 with that sacrifice. Going to try and get on, steal a bag, and get driven in with a 2-out hit. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive into right center field, and it's down and past Lee all the way to the wall. Caballero on his way to second. Bellinger gets it back in and holds him there. So we have a 2-out double by Caballero. There we go. Don't need a stolen base now. That'll bring in McVay. Need a clutch hit from him, one of our hottest hitters right now in the postseason. 2-2 count on him. Here's a pitch from Santana. And swing and a miss, and that slider diving down and in, and we don't get the runner in. Red Sox pitching's been very dominant tonight, so we head to the bottom of the 13th, still tied at 1. Leading off for the Sox will be Corey Seager. He's 1 for 4 with a home run on the night. Sterner still in the game. Has Seager down 0-2. Here's the pitch. And strike 3. Sweeper clips the inside edge of the plate. We get a big first out here in the 13th inning. And that'll bring in Tristan Casas, 0 for 4 with 2 Ks tonight. Hasn't done anything. He's down 1-2. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball. Base hit past third base. All the way to the wall. Bro comes back in, and we're going to hold him to a single. Great hustle there by Langford. Trying to get him to chase that pitch and just hit a worm burner past the bag. So now the potential winning runs on first with 1 out as Young-Hoo Lee steps in. So he's 1 for 5 with a double, and that double was on the first at-bat of the game. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on a 4-seamer up in his eyes. There we go. Big strikeout. Justin's pumped. See this replay. Keep that runner at first base. He just blows it by him at the letters. For his troubles he's had earlier, Sterner's pitched a great, but this is in his 2nd inning of work here in this game. And that'll bring in the dangerous Roman Anthony, 1 for 5 with a double. You got 1 on and 2 out. Here's the pitch. There's a shot over short. That's going to get down, go all the way to the wall. Buxton gets the throw back in. And they're going to have men at second and third and 2 out. Man, if they had a faster runner, they might have scored on that play. Anthony's second double of the day. And that's going to be it for Sterner. Throwing a lot of pitches, over 20. And we're going to get a fresh arm to come in and try and finish off this inning. Great job by Justin. Trotting in out of the pen, former Red Sox closer Garrett Whitlock. Hasn't had the greatest postseason. Won a World Series with them last year against us. Hopefully we can just get this last out, get out of this inning. William Contreras, 1 for 5 of the doubles, going to step in. No need to walk him. We just need 1 out. A 1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit to center field, and that's ball game. As the Red Sox get a walk-off win in 13 innings here in Game 1. As they finally put together 3 hits in an inning. And, man, all that work Sterner did, and he's going to get a loss even though he pitched much better than what the stats are going to show. And we got to figure out what's going on against left-handed pitching. We had the same problem a little bit last year. See, that pitch was not down low enough, kind of hung that sinker. Contreras lines it into center field for the win. Tough way to lose Game 1, but you only score 1 run. It's kind of hard to win games. Red Sox find a way to rally and come from behind, get the win. See Santana with the win, Sterner with the tough luck loss. Check out this box score. Only had 4 hits, 13 innings, with 3 walks. Look at that, 9 of our 13 strikeouts came with the top 3 guys at the order. McVay with the solo shot for our only run. McClanahan pitched a great game. Bullpen pitched great, even though it doesn't look great for Sterner. He was absolutely phenomenal. And we got to get our offense straightened out quick. Looks like our pitching's going to be what it has been for a while. See, 2 hits for Anthony, 2 hits for Contreras. We struck them out 15 times. They did have 3 walks. They also had 4 doubles and a homer. Crochet pitched well. Shocked they took him out as early as they did, but the bullpen is very, very strong, especially on the right side. Now it's off to Game 2. And after that extra inning loss in Game 1, it is imperative that we bounce back, get a win here, split these 2 games in Boston, get home field advantage, and go back home for 3. You can see both teams have great pitching staffs. It's just going to be a matter of who can get the timely hits, and Boston got the most timely hit of the game in extra innings. I would say Anthony's hit was the most important, but Contreras got the game-winning RBI. See that 2-1 score there. And I think this is going to be a low-scoring World Series. Have to see how it plays out. Yeah, lefty. Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Sox tonight. We got righty Cade Horton on the mound for us. It's the Washington Nationals. It's the Boston Red Sox. It's Game 2 of the World Series here on MLB The Show 26. Like I said, Ranger Suarez on the mound. See his dominant postseason so far for them. Pitched well against us in last year's World Series as well. Hopefully we can get to him early, get the offense going. The first pitch of this game to leadoff hitter Tom McVay is on the way, and it is outside for a ball. McVay drove in our only run with a home run. Need him to get on base, steal bases as well, cause havoc. 2-0 count, and the pitch. There's going to be a shot over third. There we go. Drops him. That's a leadoff base hit for McVay. Exactly what we needed. I don't mind the home runs, but when he gets on base and steals bags and gets in scoring position, it causes trouble. See this replay. Just take that pitch the other way. Urban's not tall enough to catch that. Now to bring in Buxton. There he goes. First pitch. Ball. Throw down. He's in safe. Don't need to tell you what's going to happen. Anytime McVay, Buxton, and Caballero get on, they're going first pitch. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Buxton. Here's a high fly ball in the left field. Anthony back up against the wall, and he's got it, and McVay has to hold. Just missed that one. Here's our lineup. Same exact lineup he used for Game 1. See how it goes with Dunbar. May go back to Vinny, see what kind of game he has. And James Wood will step in now. Man on second, 1 out. Big early RBI chance here, but he's behind 0-2. And he swings and misses and strikes out on the changeup, way out in front of that pitch. Now it's going to need a 2-out hit to drive this run in. Okamoto steps in. First pitch to him is a shot to left field, and it's right at Anthony. And so we get the man on, get him over, can't get him in. Another missed opportunity. Can't be doing this in the World Series. We head to the bottom of the first. It's scoreless. And like I said, on the mound, Cade Horton having another dominating postseason, along with McClanahan. No walks coming into this game. 20 strikeouts in 17 innings. Hopefully we get another one of those starts out of him today. Keep these Red Sox bats in check. Leading off for them again, Young-Hoo Lee moving over to play DH today against right-handed pitching with Abreu taking over in right. Works the count full. Pitch from Horton. Swing and a miss. And that's strikeout number 1 as we start the bottom of the first inning here in fine fashion. Here's their lineup. Seager goes up to number 3. Abreu comes in at 4. Rafaela drops all the way to 9. I don't know how a guy can bat clean up against one side and 9th against the other. Whatever. That'll bring in Roman Anthony. 2 doubles in the first game. First pitch to him is a ground ball to third. Backhand by Okamoto. Throw across the diamond, and there we go. 2 up, 2 down. Good start for Horton. Keep these guys off base in front of the dangerous Corey Seager. You can see his postseason numbers there. Nobody on. 2 out, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Cade. And swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on the circle change off the plate, down and away. A nice 1-2-3 first inning. Good fast start for Horton. Now see if we can get some runs as we head to the second inning. And first man up for the Nats is going to be DH Jeremy Dunbar. See his numbers on the postseason. Nothing special, but he does have power. 3-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Suarez. And swing and a miss, and he strikes out on the inside sinker. And that's the first out here in the second inning. Second strikeout for Suarez. And that'll bring in Wyatt Langford. His postseason numbers. He's behind 1 and 2. Here's a pitch. There's a high fly ball down the right field line, and that ball is gone. Keeps it inside the foul pole. It's a short porch in right and in left. And he drops that into the seats, and we're off to a quick 1-0 lead here in Game 2. Exactly what we needed. Get on top early. Langford flexing that opposite field power. It's home run number 4 in the postseason. It was hooking, but he got it far enough to the left that it stayed fair. There we go. Just what we needed. And that'll bring in Eli Willits now. Nobody on and 1 out. See if he can get rally going, get on base. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and there's a tapper past the pitcher. Jazz has it, throws the first, and he gets him. That'll be the second out here in the second inning. Nice play by Chisholm there. And that'll bring in Harry Ford. Get a walk and a double in Game 1. Nobody on and 2 out, a 1-2 count. Here's a pitch from Suarez. And swing and a miss, and he strikes out on the circle change, down and away. But Wyatt Langford gets us on the board. That solo shot inside the right field foul pole gives us an early lead as we head to the bottom of the second inning. All important Game 2 here in the World Series. And the first man up for the Sox here in the second. It's going to be right fielder Wilyer Abreu. And here's a ground ball to short, grabbed by Willits. Throw to first, and there we go. 1 quick out. 4 up, 4 down so far. And that'll bring in Jazz. See his postseason numbers. He was hitless in Game 1. He's down 0-2. Here's a pitch from Horton. And ground ball to short again. Grabbed by Willits. Throw to first. There we go. 2 up, 2 down. It's 5 in a row. Good start by Horton. Now bring in Contreras, the hero of Game 1 with that RBI single in the 13th inning. He's behind 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left field. Langford on the edge of the track. He's going to have it. There we go. And there we go. 3 up, 3 down again. Head to the third inning. Nats up 1-0. And we're going to jump to the top of the fourth. Both teams went 3 up, 3 down in the third. So James Wood's going to lead things off for the Nationals. Struck out his first time. Down 1 and 2. The pitch There's a high fly ball into right field towards the corner. Racing back is Abreu, and this ball is gone. James Wood with a high, slow, towering shot. Took forever to get out of here, but he follows up Langford's home run with one of his own, and now we're up 2-0 early in this game. It's his 4th home run of the postseason. First hit here in the World Series, been having a lot of strikeout problems, but he didn't miss that one. Inner half, drops the bat head. It's a towering shot. Look how high this ball was. Took forever for it to drop over the wall. There we go. Quick 2-0 lead for the Nationals. That'll bring in Okamoto. So he's hitless in the series. Need him to start getting on base, getting some key hits. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and it's outside for ball 4. I'll take the walk. Get a man on now with nobody out. That'll bring in Dunbar. Struck out his first time. Like I said, if he doesn't do much this game, we'll go back to Vinny. Try and figure out who's going to be the hot hand between those two. Here's a 1-1 pitch. There's a line shot into center field, right at Rafaela, and that's the first out. Now to bring in Mr. Home Run, Wyatt Langford. See if he can get another one here. 1 on, 1 out, 0-1 count. There's a pitch from Suarez. There's a high fly ball in right field towards the corner again, but Abreu's going to have that. Throw comes back in as Okamoto has to go back to first. Now I have a man on first and 2 out for Eli. Still looking for his first hit in the World Series. Long look. Here's the pitch from Suarez. There's a line shot to center field. That's down for a base hit. There we go. So now we're going to have 2 men on and 2 out. Need to keep him hot. Now to bring in Harry Ford. He's got a double, and that's it. Struck out his first time. Does have a walk. That was both in game 1. Here's a 1-0 pitch. He has a ground ball up the middle, grabbed by Seager, and he races to the bag, and that's the 3rd out. The Nationals use a solo home run by James Wood to double their lead. 2-0 now here in game 2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And leading off the 4th for the Sox will be Young-Hoo Lee, their leadoff man. He struck out to start the game. Got a 2-2 count. There's the pitch from Cade. And way outside, and he pulls it to second base. Throw to first, and I don't know how he hit that ball, but he rolled over and pulled to second. That's a first out here in the inning, and that'll bring in Roman Anthony. He's got 2 doubles in the series so far. Grounded out his first time. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Horton. There's a ground ball, diving, knocked down by Caballero, and he's going to get on with an infield hit. The ball trickled away, and he was never going to get him after that. So the Sox have a man on now with 1 out. Corey Seager struck out his first time stepping in. He can tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. There's the 1-0 pitch. There's a base hit to right field, so the Sox will have 2 men on now with 1 out. Throw comes back in, and got a little jam going on here, and that'll bring in Abreu. He grounded out his first time. Use a double play here. See if we can get him to hit the ball on the ground. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And takes strike 3. Circle change, outside corner. Second out of the inning, so you don't get the double play, but we'll take the strikeout. Number 4 for Horton. See this replay. Tried to get him to chase the changeup and hit it on the ground, and he took it instead. So we'll take the out. Now to bring in Jazz. See, he's hitless in the World Series so far. 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 lead here in the 4th. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And strike 3. So they're going to take 2 pitches at the bottom of the strike zone with 2 on and 1 out. And, yeah, there you go. Cade is pumped as he gets 2 big Ks. Keeps us at a 2-0 lead for the Nationals. Here in Game 2 of the World Series, Horton continues his dominating pitching. Gotta love it. And we're going to skip ahead to the top of the 6th inning. Brad Keller coming in to replace Suarez on the mound. Thank you. Give me another right-hand pitcher to face. See his not good numbers in the postseason. James Wood, who homered his last time, is going to lead things off for the Nationals. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a line shot to center field, right at Rafaela, though, and there's the first out of the inning. Hit it well, right at him. Look at 106 exit velo. Now to bring in Okamoto, 0 for 1 with a walk. Still looking for his first World Series hit after a very hot LDS and LCS. 3-0 count on him. Here's a pitch. Outside, ball 4. There we go. Take that second walk of the day for him. Get a man on with 1 out. Gonna bring in Dunbar. He's got 1 hit in the World Series. See if he can muscle up and park one here. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, and it's going to be grabbed by the first baseman. Throws the second for 1, relay to first, and he's safe. So Dunbar beats it out. Ends up in a forced play. So now we're going to have a man on first and 2 down. And home run man, Wyatt Langford stepping in. Only hit so far in the World Series, but it gave us a 1-0 lead. 2-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Raffaello racing back shy of the track, and he'll take that for the 3rd out. So get the man on with a walk. Can't do anything with it. Going to head to the bottom of the inning. Raffaello, Lee, and Anthony coming up. We're still up 2-0. We're actually going to jump to the bottom of the 7th inning. We put them down 1-2-3. Then we went down 1-2-3, and Corey Seager is going to lead things off. Down in the count 0-2. There's a pitch from Cade. And there's a ground ball past McVeigh down into the corner. Wood has a little bit of trouble with it. Seager going to second. Throw comes in, and he's in with a double to start the inning. That short wall gave Wood a little bit of trouble, so instead of it being a single, now it's a leadoff double. See this replay. Seager just pulls that inside pitch past diving McVeigh. And then this corner here has got a weird shape to it, and Wood just kind of messed with it. Ends up with a double. Low angle shot. See how just barely kept fair. So now the Sox will have a man on second base with nobody out. Wilyer Abreu, hitless on the night, steps in. First pitch. There's a ground ball to first. McVeigh's got it. He'll race to the bag, and there's 1 out as Seager moves up on the play and goes to 3rd. Now to bring in Jazz 0 for 2 with a strikeout, 0 for 6 in the series. Got a man in scoring position, less than 2 outs. 0-2 count, and the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt, throw down to first, and they get him again with a man in scoring position. It's his 2nd strikeout of the day. Now it's going to take a hit from Contreras to get the Sox on the board. And Chisholm just doesn't do anything at the plate, does he? Here's the 0-2 pitch, and here's a ground ball to first. McVeigh's got it, race to the bag, and there we go. Pitch around the leadoff double. Pitch around, a man on 3rd, and less than 2 outs. Horton still dominating as we're up 2-0 through 7 innings here in Game 2. And a new pitcher for the Sox here for the top of the 8th inning is going to be Gordon Graceffo, former Cardinal pitcher. Ugly ERA. Great strikeout rate, but terrible batting average against lefties, and just a brutal ERA in 5 appearances. And Tom McVeigh is going to lead things off, 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base. See if he can get on base, give us an insurance run here. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Graceffo. There's a line shot in the left center field, and that's going to drop in front of Raffaello. There we go. He is going to get on base. You know what's going to happen on the first pitch. McVeigh doing his job as a leadoff hitter tonight with 2 singles. Long look. There he goes. Here's the pitch. Strike, throw down, and he's in safely. So now we have insurance run sitting out there at second base with nobody out. Big spot here for Buxton. He's got to come through. He's 0 for 3 on the night. 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle and through. McVeigh around 3rd. He's going to score. And the Nats going to take a 3-0 lead here in the 8th inning. Manufactured run. Single stolen base and another single. See this replay. Thick ground ball past the pitcher and just got by the shortstop. Now to bring in James Wood. You know what we're going to do. First pitch. There he goes. Here's a pitch. Strike. Throw down. And he's in safe. Another stolen base. And we have another man in scoring position with nobody out. 2-2 count on Wood, though. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss. And he strikes out on that curveball. Nasty pitch there. That'll be the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for Wood. Now to bring in Okamoto now. See if he can get a clutch RBI here. Here's the first pitch. And it hits him in the shoulder. Okay, doesn't get a chance. So he's going to have 2 walks and hit by pitch tonight. And we're going to the bench. Dunbar hasn't done much, so we're going to go to the bench and bring in Vinny and see if he can do something different here. 2 on, 1 out here in the 8th. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle. Grabbed by Seager. Flip to second for 1. Relay to first. And it's a 6-4-3 double play. Bails the Red Sox out of this jam. Byron Buxton, clutch RBI single. Gives us a 3-0 lead now as he head to the bottom of the 8th. And coming in out of the pen for the 8th inning is going to be Pete Fairbanks. Has not allowed a run in 4 appearances this postseason. So we're going to get him in here and try and hold this lead here in the 8th inning. First man he's going to have to face is Cody Bellinger, 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Just got to keep these guys off base. Don't give them a chance to get a rally going. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And swings at a slider down and in. Almost hit him, and that's a strikeout to start the 8th inning. Absolutely nasty pitch by Fairbanks. Here's a replay. Is diving down at his feet, and a late swing. The ball, look at this. It's almost in his glove when he swings. Did us a favor there, and that'll bring in Caleb Durbin. He's hitless on the night. I believe he's hitless in this series as well. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And he tries to bunt, pops it up, and Fairbanks has that. So he does us a favor there. He's got home run power. Bunts out to the pitcher. Now we have nobody on and 2 out for Rafaela. First pitch to him. That's going to be a tapper in front of the plate. Fairbanks has got it. Takes his time, throws to first, and an easy 1-2-3. 8th inning for Pete and the Nationals. So they still have a 3-0 lead as we head to the 9th inning. And new pitcher for the Sox for the 9th. It's going to be Justin Slayton. Did a good job against us in Game 1, so Red Sox want to keep this at a 3-0 deficit. First man up for us is going to be Wyatt Langford. 1 for 3 with a home run. Be nice if we could hit another one here. Runs the count full. Here's the pitch from Slayton. And it's a high fly ball into right field towards the corner, and it's fouled the last minute there. He's been wearing out that part of the field. Reset. Another 3-2 pitch is line drop. 1 hopper to short. Grabbed there by Seager. Throw to first, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And Langford trying to hit a second homer over there. That'll bring in Eli. 1 hit in the series. That was earlier in this game. See if we can get another one here. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Slayton. And, strike 3 just clips the edge, man. He's been victimized by the edge of the strike zone calls in the last few games. Now to bring in Harry Ford, who's hitless on the night with a strikeout. 3-1 count. I'll take a walk here. Here's the pitch. And there you go. High, ball 4. So now we get a man on with 2 outs. Caballero stepping to the plate. And they're going to the pen. So Slade comes in, gets 2 outs, gives up a walk, and he's done. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but they're going to Santana. He hasn't allowed a run all postseason either. He like that 400 batting average by right-handed batters, though. He's going to face a right-handed batter in Jose Caballero, but he's hitless on the night. 1 hit in series. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball. Base hit to right field. There we go. So now we're going to get 2 men on and 2 out in 9th. See if we can get a 2-out rally going. Get some tack-on runs. Go back to the top of the order. McVay, 2 for 4 with 2 singles, 2 stolen bases. Be nice if he could muscle up and put one in the gap somewhere. 2-1 count. Here's a pitch from Santana. And here's a high fly ball in the center field. Rafaela racing back. And he's going to take that for the 3rd out. So get 2 men on, get him home. This game's going to the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-0 Nationals here in Game 2. And Young Hoon Lee's going to lead off for the Sox. And we're going to leave Pete in. He did such a great job. Only threw like 9 pitches. And the troubles I've had pitching with Whitlock, we're just going to leave Fairbanks in. And strike 3 as Lee takes it at the knees. And that's how we start the bottom of the 9th inning. I feel more confident pitching with Fairbanks than I do with Whitlock, so we're going to stay with him. And Roman Anthony's going to step in. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Love that he's coming up with nobody on base. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and here's a shot. It's grabbed by McVay at first base. Keeps that from being a single to right field. See this replay. Absolute torch, and Tom just snags that with the high reach. Good thing he's a tall first baseman. That'll bring in Corey Seager. Single and a double tonight. Again, nobody on base for him. That's really good. 2 outs. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. The high fly ball into right field. Wood racing back to that little cutout area back there, and he's got it. And there we go. Nationals drop the first game in 13 innings. Rebound. Get a great performance by Cade Horton and get the shutout as we win 3-0 here in Game 2. Even up this series. Gives us home field advantage going forward. Great job, Cade. And our pitching is just as good as theirs. We just got to get some timely hits. We got them today. We didn't get them in Game 1. Boys get to go back home with a series tied. See Horton, 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, no walks, no runs. Langford with a homer, Wood with a homer. Suarez didn't pitch bad, but they couldn't put any runs up. If you don't score, you can't win, right? Let's check out the box score. 2 hits for McVeigh, 7 scattered through everybody else. 2 walks and a hit by pitch by Okamoto. Again, the 2 home runs, 3 stolen bases. Excellent performance by Horton. Excellent performance by Fairbanks. 2 perfect innings for the save. Flip on over to the Boston side. 2 hits for Seager. Got 2 of the 3 hits. He and Anthony had all their hits. No walks, 10 Ks. Dominating performance by our pitchers. Again, Suarez didn't pitch poorly. Graceffo gave up a run, but they were already down 2-0. And this series is tied. And we now shift to Washington, D.C. for Game 3 of the World Series. Nationals got a split in the first 2 games. Now they got a chance that they can win all 3 games here at home, not have to go back to Boston, but that's going to be a tough task because the Red Sox have really good pitching and dangerous bats in the lineup, so it's going to take a good performance by our pitchers again tonight. See the low scoring, only scored 6 runs total by both teams in the first 2 games of the series. Hopefully the hometown fans will get us going tonight. Brady Singer can pitch a really good game, keep us in the game, and give us a chance for the bats to do something special here at home. It's World Series Game 3, and MLB The Show 26. And like I said, Brady Singer on the mound for us. See his postseason. It's been phenomenal as well. Hasn't gotten a win yet. A little bit of tough luck there, but it was a great pickup during the middle of the season by us, and he's giving us a really good number 3 arm in the rotation in the postseason. And the first pitch of Game 3 is on the way, and here's a base hit to center field by Young-Hoo Lee. So it's going to be the second game that he's got a leadoff hit to start it for the Red Sox. Got that double in Game 1. And I'll bring in Roman Anthony. Had at least 3 hits in the series so far. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Buxton racing back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Wow. 3 pitches in, and Singer's given up a single and a 2-run shot, and the Red Sox jump on him early. And it's now 2-0 Boston, like I said, after 3 pitches. We saw this with the Mets. They jump on Singer early in the count. And, most dangerous hitter in their lineup right now is Roman Anthony. He takes a belt-high pitch and belts it out deep to center field. And, wow, quick start for them. We got some work to do tonight, guys. That'll bring in Corey Seager now with nobody on and nobody out. He becomes the de facto new leadoff hitter. 1-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and he strikes out on the 4-seamer up. So we get the first out here in the first inning. Take a look at their lineup. Exact same lineup they used back in Game 2 against Cade Horton. Brayu's going to step in now with nobody on and 1 out. See his less than stellar postseason numbers so far. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to first. Grab by McVeigh. Race to the bag. There's the second out of the inning. Singer settling down just a little bit. Now to bring in Chisholm. Hitless so far in the series. A couple of really bad strikeouts with runners in scoring position. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Brady. There's a ground ball to first. Grab by McVeigh. Turns, throws, and Singer beats him to the bag for the 3rd out. But a leadoff single followed by a 2-run shot by Roman Anthony. The Red Sox jump out to a quick 2-0 lead here in Game 3 of the World Series. And on a mound for Boston, one of their 4 lefties, Peyton Tolley. See his numbers in the postseason. Really good season there. He had a weird record in the regular season. He was 1-8 with a 3.88 ERA. So I'm not sure why he was only 1-8, but a better pitcher than that. Tom McVay is going to lead things off for us here in the bottom of the first. Try and get something going. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Tolley, and a swing and a miss. High slider, kind of a hung slider, and he missed it and strikes out. That's the first out of the inning. And everything stays the same, except we're going to have Vinny slide in and play DH over Dunbar tonight. Just going to give him a shot, a full shot. And like I said, we'll figure something out as the series goes along. Now I'll bring in Buxton now with nobody on and 1 out. Pitch from Tolley is a ground ball to third, grabbed there by Durbin. Easy throw to first, and there's 2 up, 2 down. In steps James Wood now, hit a home run in game 2. Also has a bunch of strikeouts in the series. Got a 2-2 count. Here's a pitch from Tolley, and there's a high fly ball into right field. Racing over is Abreu, and he's got it shy of the track. So 1-2-3 inning for Peyton Tolley and the Red Sox. They lead 2-0 as we go to the second inning. And William Contreras, hero of game 1, is going to step in here, lead out the second inning in game 3. 0-1 count on him. Here's a pitch from Singer. There's a line shot to center field, and that's going to drop for a leadoff single. Kind of hung that slider. Lucky it stayed in the park. It was only a single. Now to bring in Cody Bellinger. See his less than stellar postseason as well. 1 on, nobody out. 2-2 count. And the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Wood racing over towards the corner, and he's got it. As Contreras have to go back to first base. Get the first out here in the second inning. Now to bring in Caleb Durbin. So he's had a woeful postseason as well. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to second base. Caballero's got it. Spins, throws a second for 1. And relays not in time, so they get the lead runner. So now we have 1 on and 2 out. Rafaela stepping in. There's the pitch. Runner goes. Strike. Throw down. And into center field. Whoa. Willits with the backup there to keep that from going all the way out to Buxton. But stolen base by Durbin. Puts a man in scoring position with 2 out. There's a pop fly into shallow right. Wood racing in. A little bit of an adventure there. And he's got it for the third out. So they get a man on. Can't get him in. Head to the bottom half of the inning. We're still down 2-0. And leading off, Kazuma Okamoto. His average is below 400 now. Going to struggle for him in the World Series. 1-1 pitch from Tolley. Maybe a fly ball in the medium center field. Rafaela is going to have that. And there's going to be first out here in the second inning. Bring in Langford. Big home run in game 2. 3-2 count on him. Pitch. The high fly ball into left center field. Racing back is Anthony, and Rafaela leaps, and it's gone. Wyatt Langford, another big fly home run. Second in as many nights in the World Series. I wasn't sure if that was going to get over or not. I saw Anthony stop, and then Rafaela got over there, made his leap, and he couldn't get to it. So Wyatt Langford's 5th home run of the postseason, is second in as many games in the World Series. Cuts it back to a 2-1 deficit. See the replay. Another high towering shot into the night and into the bullpen. Got to bring in Vinny. See if we can get him off this terrible slump in the postseason. There's the 1-0 pitch from Tolley. There's a ground ball backhanded by Durbin from foul territory. Throws, and he gets the slow running Pasquantino out for the second out. Nice play there by the third baseman. And that'll bring in Willits. Nobody on and 2 outs. See if we can get a 2-out rally going here. Bottom of the order. 2-2 pitch to Eli is strike 3 on the inside corner. Man, he's gotten painted so many times lately. Wyatt Langford gets us on the board. Cuts that lead in half. Go to the third inning. Pitching's got to hold them here right now. Leading off, Young-Hoo Lee singled to lead off the game, then scored on Anthony's home run. Kind of a pest in the series. 1-1 count on him, and the pitch There's a ground ball up the middle and through. So another base hit for Young-Hoo Lee. Remember last year he was batting ninth. They got him batting leadoff this year. He's doing a good job. Now to bring in Roman Anthony. He hit a big 2-run shot in the first inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes out on a sweeper, nasty sweeper that ate him up inside. That's a first out here in the inning. Now to bring in dangerous Corey Seager. First pitch to him. There's a tapper to short. Willits has it. Throws a second. Oh, and he pulls him off the bag. Throw to first, and everybody's safe. He should have just gone to first base on that play, and they're going to give him an error. Eli, what are you doing? Just take the out. Would have been 2 out and a man on second. Here's the replay. Casual throw. Pulls him off, and then Caballero tries to make something of it with a jump throw. Now we have 2 on and 1 out for Abreu. He's hitless in the series so far. We cannot give them outs like this. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Singer, and here's a line shot in the left, right at Langford, and that'll hold the runners. So now we have 2 on and 2 outs. Good pitch there. Now bring in Jazz, who's hitless in the series. See if we can keep him at hitless in the series for this at-bat. He's down 0-2, looking for another punch-out. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and they get him again. That's at least his 3rd strikeout in the series. With men in scoring position, and Brady pitches around the air, keeps it 2-1 deficit as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. And leading off for the Nats, going to be catcher Harry Ford. His postseason numbers there. Been doing just enough to give us a little bit of offense at the bottom of the order. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field, and racing over is Abreu, and he's got that for the first out. Now to bring in Caballero. His postseason numbers, really good defense as well. Mainly why we have him in, speed and defense. And the 1-2 pitch from Tully is a tapper up the middle. Seager's got it, throws, and he gets him for the second out. Now take it to the top of the order with Tom McVeigh. Struck out his first time. He's 3 for 12 in the World Series. See if he can get on, get a 2-out rally going. There's the 0-1 pitch. There's a tapper past the pitcher. Seager's got it. Throw to first. And safe. Beats it out. Seager was a little casual out there at second base. Especially with the left-handed speedy batter. See this? He races in and he's just casually. And he beats it easily. Wow. Got to give him an error on that. You know what's going to happen on the first pitch. There goes McVeigh. Pitches low. Throw down. And he's in safe. So now we have a man in scoring position. And 2 out. Buxton tie this game. An RBI hit here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And swing and a miss. That cutter ate him up and strikes him out. So we get the man on, get him over, can't get him in again. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Red Sox lead 2-1. And both teams did nothing in the 4th. So we're going to top of the 5th with Rafaela leading things off for Boston. Here's a ground ball to second base. Caballero's got it. Throw to first, and there's 1 out here in the 5th. And try and limit the dead innings for you. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Lee. Here's a ground ball to first. McVeigh's got it. He'll race to the bag, and quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th inning. That'll bring in Roman Anthony. 2-run shot in the first. Up to 400 with 7 home runs and 20 ribs in the postseason. 0-1 count on him. Here's the pitch from Brady. There's a high fly ball to left center field, and that one's gone too. Roman Anthony, that one's way out of here. 436, his 2nd home run of the night, 8th home run of the postseason. He is just taking over this game for the Red Sox. And they're back up to a 2-1 lead as they now lead 3-1. And, man, we got to keep this guy in the park. He's just killing us. See the pitch, belt high, belts it way out of here. And, man, I've never given up so many home runs in my life until playing MLB 26, but it is what it is. Now to bring in Corey Seager now, hitless on the night, nobody on and 2 out. We can keep it that way. 3-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And takes strike 3 on the sweeper. Ends the inning. But Roman Anthony strikes again. Another long home run to center field. The Red Sox are up 3-1 now as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And We're going to actually pick this up in the bottom of the 6th. This Gordon Graceffo is going to come back into the game. We went down 1-2-3. They went down 1-2-3. We pick it up here in the bottom of the 6th. Tom McVay lead things off. Single and stolen bases last time. See if he can get on base again. Get a rally going here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball to second. Jazz has it. Throw to first. And he throws it away into the Nationals dugout. Wow. Easy play there. And he just airmails first base. Look at this throw. Way over his head into the dugout. Almost hits the manager. So now we have a man on second with nobody out. And Buxton steps in. Hitless on the night. 1 hit in the series. What a wild throw. Long look by Graceffo. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a high fly ball into center field. Raffaella racing over to the wall. Leaps and it's gone! Byron Buxton, a 2-run shot, ties this game. I was just thinking to myself, he's a hit. He's due for a home run. I didn't say it, so it doesn't count. But there we go. Buxton, home run number 6, which leads the team in the postseason. And we have a new ball game here, folks. It's tied at 3 as you see a shot from the center field stands. There we go. That section has 3 home run balls tonight. Now in steps Wood with nobody on and nobody out, so now he's the new leadoff man. There we go. That'll bring life to the crowd, to the team, to me. 2-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball. Base hit to right field. There we go. Maybe that throwing error by Chisholm's going to spark our offense here in the 6th inning. See a replay. Kind of topped it, but pulled it through that hole. Wood's going to heat up. Our team's going to be in much better shape. And they're going back to the pens. Graceffo's terrible postseason continues. And an ERA over 10 coming into the inning. They go into Mr. Reliable. Dennis Santana has not allowed a run in 8 appearances, but you can see that batting average up to 500 against righties. Good for us. Righty Kazuma Okamoto's going to step in, looking for his first World Series hit. Does have 2 walks and a hit by pitch. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And a little jam shot pop up on the infield. And who's going to take it? They're going to let the pitcher handle it. What is that? Never let the pitcher catch the pop up, especially a relief pitcher. So we can have 1 on and 1 out now for Wyatt Langford. Single and a home run tonight. Homers in back-to-back games. 1-0 count and the pitch. There's a ground ball to second base. Jazz charges, throws to second for 1, and there's no relay. Langford easily beat that out. So now we have a man on first and 2 out for Vinny. Come on, Vinny, if you ever need a big hit in the series, this is the time. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And here's a line shot. Base hit to center field. I'll take that. Keep the inning going. Hopefully get him straightened out. So now we're going to have 2 men on and 2 men out. We're in the bottom of the 6th. There you go, Vinny. Get yourself out of that hold streak. See the replay. Inside out. Just get it past the infield. Langford thought about going to third, but held up. Now to bring in Eli. He's had his troubles in the World Series as well. 1 for 11. Few edge called strikes to strike him out. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball into shallow right center field. And Abreu on the run is going to have that for the 3rd out. But Byron Buxton goes yard with a big 2-run homer. This game is tied now as we head to the top of the 7th inning here in Game 3. And new pitcher for the Nationals here in the 7th. It's going to be Louis Varland. See his postseason numbers. Really good numbers for him. And just need to keep this game tied and give our offense a chance to continue the momentum we built last inning. Leading off for them is going to be Cody Bellinger. See, he's 1 for 10 in the World Series as well. 1-2 count. Pitch. And it's ground ball off Varland. And Ford races over, picks it up, throws, and Bellinger just beats it. It's going to be an infield hit off Varland's foot. Now they're going to have to check on him and see if he's okay. He says, yeah, I'm okay. He's going to stay in now and face Caleb Durbin with 1 on and nobody out. 0 for 2 tonight. Hitless in the series. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball left field, and there goes his first hit. A 2-run shot to left field. And all the work we did last inning to tie the game goes away on one swing of the bat. Wow. I'm at a loss to why our relievers keep giving up home runs. Doesn't matter who I bring in, they all give up home runs. Now we're down 5-3 here in the 7th inning of Game 3. Durbin had a big home run here in Game 6 of the World Series last year. He gets another one here in Game 3. See this replay. Belt high, can't put it there. Yeah, I'm not missing location as badly as it shows on these replays. That'll bring in Rafaela now with nobody on and nobody out. And what a downer. Did all that work and back to down 2. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball in right field. Wood will race over and he'll have that for the first out. Got to start all over again. Here's Young-Hoo Lee, pain in the ass. I'm not going to say butt because he's been a pain in the ass. 2 singles tonight, 0-2 count. Come on, punch him out. Here's the pitch. There's a tapper to first. McVay's got it. There's the second out here in the 7th inning. And the hottest man on the face of the earth, Roman Anthony, steps in. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs tonight. Got at least 5 hits in the series. 1-2 count and the pitch. And he swings and misses on a high fastball and strikes out to end the inning. But the damage is done by Caleb Durbin. 2-run shot. Boston's back up to a 2-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And new pitcher coming out of the pen for Boston is going to be Andres Munoz. See his numbers on the postseason. They've got like 4 closers in their bullpen. It's ridiculous. The first man he's going to face is going to be Harry Ford, who's hitless on the night with a strikeout. See if he can get a rally going for the top of the order. 1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Abreu drifting back. And he'll have that for the first out. Just missed that one. That'll bring in Caballero, who's hitless on the night as well. Get him on and steal him in the scoring position. That'd be great. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Munoz. And here's a ground ball to short. Grabbed by Seager. Throw to first. And there's 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th inning. I'll take us back to the top of the order. And Tom McVay, he's 1 for 3. First pitch to him. There's a pop-up on the infield. Got under that one, and that'll be Seager to take it for the 3rd out. So pitch right down the middle. We miss it. We're still down 2 as we head to the 8th. Trotting in out of the pen for us. Going to be Phil Maton here in the top of the 9th. Nobody did anything in the 8th, so we're skipping right to the 9th. Hopefully Maton can keep this at a 2-run deficit and not make it worse. First man he's going to face William Contreras. 1 for 3 with a single tonight. 2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a ground ball to short. Grabbed by Willits. Takes his time. Throw to first. There's 1 up, 1 down. The pitch was almost on the ground when he hit it. That'll bring in Bellinger. Singled his last time and scored on the home run by Durbin. 0-1 count on him. Here's the pitch from Maton. There's a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So that's his 2nd hit of the night. That'll bring in that guy right there, the villain of the night, Caleb Durbin. 2-run shot in the 7th. Got 1 on and 1 out here in the 9th. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Here's a ground ball to short. Willits has it. He has 1 play to first base, and there's a 2nd out. Put Bellinger in motion to stay out of the double play, and sure helped the cause there. Now we have a man in scoring position and 2 out for Rafaela, who's hitless in the series. Does have a couple of walks, a couple of steals. 3-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And outside for ball 4. That's okay. They'll give us a force. We had 2 men on and 2 men out here in the top of the 9th as we go back to the top of the order. And before Lee comes in, we're going to the pen. We're going to bring in a lefty. It's going to be Jose Alvarado. See his excellent postseason numbers. Had a less than stellar regular season, but he's been pitching great in the postseason, especially since I'm pitching and it's not in the sim. Lee's going to step in. 2 hits on the night, 3 hits in the series. Need this out right here. Don't need Anthony coming up. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Caballero's got it. Flip to second, and we get out of the inning. We give up a pair of hits. No runs in. Go to the bottom of the ninth. Need 2 runs to tie this game up. Langford, Pasquantino, and Willits due up first for the Nationals. And coming in out of the pen, as expected, their closer, Josh Hader, isn't allowed a run in 6 innings here in the postseason, 3 out of 3 in save ops. And he's been dominant against us so far. Leading off be Wyatt Langford, 2 for 3 with a home run and a single. Take a single here. Need more than just a solo shot. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to third base grab by Durbin. Throw to first, and there's 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the ninth. And we're going to the bench. We're not going to let Vinny bat. We're going to go bring in Caleb Lomavita. I want a right-handed bat against Hader because he's just killing us with the left-handed batters. 1-2 count on Caleb. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. Oh, snagged by Hader. Throws to first, and that's the second out. My God, San Diego Studios, you got to do something with these hockey goalie pitchers, especially relief pitchers. Look at that, behind the back snag. Look at this, 63 is his fielding ability, but it acts like it's 103. You got to fix this garbage. Now to bring in Willits with nobody on and 2 out. That ball was going to go all the way through. See if Willits can get us a man on base and bring the tying run to the plate. He's down 0-2 though. Here's the pitch. There's a 1-hopper to short. Oh, and it's off Seager's glove. Throw to first, and he's safe. So the gift there. Error by the shortstop, second of the game. Well, it should have been second. They gave him a single on the other one. So now we have the tying run at the plate, and Harry Ford. He's hitless with a strikeout and 2 flyouts. Does have home run power, but he is down 0-2. Down to our last strike. Here's the pitch from Hader. And it's a ground ball to second base. Jazz has it. Throws to first. And the Red Sox use 3 home runs to take game 3 of the series. Back to a 2-1 lead. And we got to figure out how to keep them in the ballpark, man. Good start by Tolley. Our offense was sporadic. And you got to quit relying on home runs. We need innings where we get a bunch of base hits. Red Sox get the momentum back as they take the 2-1 lead. You can see Tolley, 1 run in 5 innings. Anthony, 2 home runs. Durbin with the dagger home run. And, wow. Just got to come back for game 4 and even the series up. Take a look at the box score. 2 hits for Lee, 2 hits for Anthony, 2 hits for Bellinger. Home runs by Anthony and Durbin. Foley with a good start. Graceffa was terrible again, but the rest of the bullpen shut us down. Flip on over to our side. 2 hits for Langford. No walks, only 5 strikeouts. 2 home runs, not solo shots. Singer got jumped on at the start of the game. Varland gives up basically the game-winning homer, and we got to do better next game. And after that game, I went into the stats just to see how many home runs our bullpen has allowed. And here we go. Justin Sterner, 3. Varland, 3. Romero, Maton, Alvarado. So 9 home runs by our relief pitchers. Look at our starting pitchers. 4 by Singer, 2 by Sasaki, 2 by McClanahan, 1 by Horton and Lord. That's entirely too many home runs. That's 8, 9, 10. That's 19 home runs we've allowed so far in 13 games. So way more than a home run per game. Something we absolutely have to fix going forward. But hopefully we have time. Just got to win this next game or one of the next 2 games, send the series back to Boston. Also got to figure out how to hit against these left-handed pitchers because we were doing great. Earlier in the playoffs, we were facing mostly right-handed pitchers, so that is something I have to work on. So anyway, hey guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live, which will be games 4 and 5 of the World Series. You guys take care and go Nats.